that are gonna do it all for you. It is like the ultimate outdoor boot. They're unlike any other. So innovative. You can just slip them off easily. We all know what that's like to have to yank boots off. But then they're gonna keep your feet nice and warm and toasty in the winter, wear them in the snow, and then in the summer, it's gonna keep your feet cool. So it has that technology, just like some of our water bottles. It's gonna be cool to hot. Very easy. $60.98 is the sale price. You're saving $11. And this is the lowest price you're gonna find out there. They're from Heartland. They're called the Heartland Footwear Rubber Gardening Boots. And I'm gonna show you these two beautiful colors that are exclusive to QVC. This is seafoam, really pretty. It's exactly what it is, a light seafoam, gorgeous color. And then here is fern. A beautiful bright green, sizes 5 through 11. They are whole sizes. And here to talk to us more about Heartland is Mark Kingsley Poole. Mark, welcome in. You and I talked today. You are not only a footwear expert, you're really a footwear entrepreneur. You've had some amazing footwear companies. I wish I had known about them for my girls. You had a children's one and a women's one. Amazing. And now you're here bringing us the Heartland boots, which are so innovative. So I'd like to start with asking you about how people should pick their size before we get into all the features, because they are whole sizes.
They are whole sizes, and if you're a half size, you would size down because they're true to size. But if you're, let's say, at 8.5,
which I am,
then you would go to, well, then you would go to an 8.
Okay, I'm glad you told me, because I would have thought I should go to a 9. And then my feet would have been having problems in there. All right, well, we know these boots are special, but please tell us what makes them different.
Sure, sure. Well, Heartland has been doing this for an awful long time, and their leader boot is their best boot. And, it doesn't look like an ordinary rain boot because it's not built like one. So if you just start with the upper, this elastomer stays soft in any temperature. You know how sometimes boots in cold weather, they get stiff and uncomfortable? Yeah, well, these will never do that. It doesn't matter where you're from, north, south, Alaska, Florida, these boots will stay soft, and they are an insulating material, which means your foot, like you were saying, your foot will never be too hot and they will never be cold, depending on the temperature. So that's two things. And if you look at them, you see this midsole here? You see this midsole? This is for all-day comfort. This will absorb impacts, and it's extremely stable. Uneven ground when you're gardening, or they're great for hiking through the woods. They're fantastic for camping with the kids. They're really a boot that will have your back. They are stable, they are comfortable, and they are safe. If you look at the outsole, now does this outsole look like a normal outsole?
No, it doesn't.
It's not. That's right.
This looks like you can go get rough and rugged outside in these.
Well, that's right, and they're third-party tested. Everything we do is third-party tested. So for traction and anti-slip, these are extremely good. They measure very, very, very high. And Heartland has so much street cred. They've been doing this for an awful long time in specialized industries. They want to redesign the garden boot, and they've done an outstanding job. When they came to me and said, can you introduce these things to the world? I had them tested with people who do gardening, commercial gardening, and they came back to me, and the women that had them on, they are continuing to wear them, and this is no joke. They will not wear anything else. So I know that,
Yeah, and I mean, they're fantastic. Like I said, I came here from Colorado. I was walking in the snow a lot. It's so important to have a boot that's gonna give you that traction and the non-slip, plus keep your feet warm when you want them to be warm. And something else that is a game changer. Let's look at the back right here. We saw in the video that you're able to use this, take your other foot, step down on this. What are we calling this lip back here?
Yeah, you know what? You have to think of a good word for it.
I think it's just a heel lip. And to be able to step on the back of that, to be able to get these shoes off, let me tell you, I have a pair of cowboy boots. I'm not kidding. I have to go get my husband to yank them off. It needs 2 people to pull them off. So getting the boot on and off is very, very important.
It is important.
Yeah. Yeah, and at this price, $60.98. This is like kind of an unheard of price for what this is. Now, if we were to go shopping elsewhere for Heartland rubber gardening boots, we wouldn't be able to find this price.
Well, no, their leader boot is their best boot, and it typically sells for a lot more. And I know you've got savvy customers, and they can do their research. And, you know, but not only, they're purposely beautiful. These things, you know, and a few people who've had them on at QVC already, they look great. They do. They look.
Yeah,
they
look good. The style too. We didn't even get to that. Mark, by the way, my producer Chunky, he's brilliant. It's called the Boot Getter Offer. He came up with that name for you, okay? The Boot Getter Offer.
Great.
You might have to get an attorney and patent that name or whatever you have to do, trademark it.
We'll
All
have
right.
to do something with it.
Thank you so much, Mark. These are the Heartland rubber gardening boots, but there's so much more than just gardening. The item number is A692559. All right, coming up from Bernini, again,